Hey, Jordan Bench here, jordanbench.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you why I use the Passion Planner. So this is actually a day planner that I've been using now since the beginning of the year. And in all honesty, this is the first planner that I've actually really used, I think like ever since high school. So I really haven't been someone who cared too much to use a planner, and really I never really saw a need or a use for it. I have an online business. And with my online business, I have always used like online project management tools, to-do lists, Google Calendar. I've used tools like Asana, Basecamp. I've used several different tools in the past, and most of them have just all been online. And I think I found I was having a little bit of an issue using some of these online tools. It just it didn't seem as if it was immediate and actionable and real to me. There's something that happens whenever you just use like just that pen to paper and you allow yourself to use your creativity, because I really feel like whenever I was using something like say Trello or Asana, I felt like I was kind of like limited to what they had, and anytime I wanted to use something, I either had to go to my computer or look at my phone, and it was just so small and confined. Whereas with using like a day planner, especially like the one that I found called Passion Planner, I can open it up and I can look at the whole year. I can look at the whole year pretty quickly and see how things have occurred and the things I'm focusing on, things I'm working on. So I will say this though, for me to find the Passion Planner actually took a ton of research. Now I'm just like a natural researcher. I'm always researching things and I'm trying to find the best of whatever it is I'm looking for. But when it came to having a planner, and maybe this isn't necessarily so much for you, I'm very simple, minimalistic. I don't need a whole lot. There are some planners that I found that were extremely colorful and very creative, and really I'm just not creative. Like, I'm a horrible artist. My handwriting's awful, and I don't need that in a planner. For me, all I need is something that allows me to get my thoughts on paper in an organized manner, and then I can just take action on it. Like, I don't need to have all the color. I don't need to have, all the little stickers on all the pages and everything else. So if that's you, I'm not going to be that inspiring to you in this video, but I am sure that you can still use those things with this planner. This planner though, like I said, it's actually very simple. And just to show you, like, I have here like very fine point color, what you want to call them, just regular water-based pigments that are used to show color, like within your planner or whatever you're doing. And honestly, I hardly ever use these things. So my planner is actually really boring looking. I just pretty much just use like a black pen. So my planner it's boring looking. It's not that colorful, but really, to me, I don't necessarily care too much about that. I'm just trying to get my thoughts on paper in an organized manner that I can actually take action and get things done, versus spending half a day making things look nice and colorful. And just to show you, I'm not joking. Like, look, I bought tabs like 6 months ago. I bought these tabs 6 months ago to kind of make it a little bit more colorful and to help me get to certain places, but really, I really haven't felt a need to be using these, so I haven't even opened them or used them. So I'm just letting you know this ahead of time. So if you are someone who's very creative, then you might not relate a whole lot to this. But for me, like I said, I'm just trying to get things done. So I did look in and research a whole bunch of planners. There were several ones, like Erin Condren seemed like a really good planner, but just a little too colorful for me. There was another planner I found online, and it was, I seriously don't remember the name of it, but it was completely customizable. Like, every little aspect of the planner you could customize. But to me, it seemed as if I would spend anywhere from like $60 to $80 on the planner. What I'm looking for with a planner is I wanted something that was big. So like, if you can see, like, I have a huge calendar view right here. I mean, that's a massive calendar view, which is exactly what I wanted. And then even through my my days, it gives, I don't see if you can see that, it gives you time slots right through here throughout the whole thing in 30-second or a 30-minute increment. So it gives you tons of time slots, and it just gives you tons and tons of space to write, which is what I wanted. I didn't want a little handheld planner that wouldn't give me a whole lot of space to write in. I wanted something to where I would feel free. So that was something I was looking for in a planner. I wasn't wanting something though that was too costly. So some of the planners I found, they just seemed a little bit overpriced. I could be wrong, but I think this planner was like around $30 or so. And I just thought for what it was, for the size, everything that it offered, and the way it was laid out, for $30 to me, it was like a no-brainer. It just seemed as if this is definitely the best bet to go with. There was planners I looked at. Let's see here. I said the Erin Condren. There was the Panda Planner. There's Smart Push Goals. There was Shailene Johnson makes one. Michael Hyatt makes one. And I'm sure, like all those planners, I'm sure they're all awesome. I'm sure they're amazing. But for the price and for what it was, because this one's actually an entire year. Some of those planners are only like, a quarter. Just a quarter of a year at a time. Or sometimes they're half a year. This one just has a lot of variety. Like if you want it to start on a Monday, you can have it start on Monday. If you want it to start on a Sunday, you can have it start on a Sunday. They come in different sizes. I think they're redoing the sizing right now, so I'm not sure if they're going to, like this is the large size, and they might be going more towards a medium size, I'm not sure. But as of right now, they have a couple different options on which ones you can get. So as far as planners go, like I said, there was a handful. I mean, I found a whole bunch of them, and to me, the Passion Planner just seemed good enough for me. Not to mention too, because I'm a guy and I don't care too much about all the color and all the stickers and everything else. This just, yeah, it's a little bit plain, but that's what I wanted. That's what I liked. To me, it allowed me to see my thoughts pretty easy. And if you want to add color to it, you definitely can. Now, let me get to the main reason why I like this planner. All right, so I said all that basically to get to this point. So one of the reasons why I really, really enjoy and like this planner is because of the way that it works with your brain. If you're trying to be productive, if you're trying to get things done, if you're trying to really set out and achieve your goals that you're thinking like long term, but even short term, if you have daily to-do tasks, but yet you have projects you want to work on, which was everything I was doing with my online tools. I had big projects, I had every little to-do task on a daily basis, but I also had like big goals and big visions. So the neat thing about this planner is, it lets you work at a year time. And, obviously once the year's over, you can get another planner, or you can they make it to where there's no like days in it. So it won't give you like a specific day. It won't say like July 30th, or it won't say Monday. Like you put those things in there. I'm sorry, you have to put like the days in there. So basically you can still have a full year of it based on wherever you're at. So that was the neat thing it had. But like I said, so one of the reasons why I really like this is because, I'll show you right here. Everything in this planner, it's going to explain how to use it. So there's actually like a system and a methodology on how to use it. So if you see, so right here, it starts off with your lifetime goals. So as you start big, so what is your big lifetime goals that you want to achieve in your life? And you write like 3 or 4 of them down. And then you can look at like maybe a 3-year period. What are things you want to accomplish in 3 years? What are things you want to accomplish in a year? What are things you want to accomplish in a month? And you're writing, 3 or 4 of these things down in each one of those categories. And from there, what you do is like, you'll focus on one thing. So say it's like a 3-month thing. You'll focus on one of the things you wrote down, and that's what you're going to focus on for the next 3 months. And typically, if you're able to like knock down a domino here, that gets that one to fall, allowing this 1 year to fall, the 3 years, and the lifetime. It all like leads up to each other, which is really, really good. Now this planner, it's going to explain like everything you need to know about this. And then on their website's like really great too, showing you how to do different stuff. And they even have a YouTube channel as well, where they give like tutorials on how to use the planner. So this whole thing is just really decked out with how to do it. So it starts off with your passion roadmap. That's what I was just showing you, your passion roadmap. And it's basically taking a big idea of something that you want to accomplish, and then you're making things more specific, you're breaking it down, and then with those certain tasks that you get from that, you're breaking it down even further, and you're getting it down into daily tasks. So you got to think of it like, say, 3 months at a time or 6 months at a time, and you're breaking those things down, and now you're looking at it at a month at a time, and then you're breaking it down into like your weeks and into your days. So it's a way for you to organize your thoughts and to organize your projects and to-do list, and a way for you to get things done so that you're not just so scatterbrained with everything. You're focusing on what matters to you now to get things done by a certain time frame. Because if you don't plan it, if you don't schedule it, it's not going to get done. And this is coming from someone who's never really used one of these. I started using this for since the beginning of the year, so it's been 6 months now since I've been using it, and I absolutely love it. I look at it on a daily basis, and one thing I actually do with this is on the days, if something major happens on a day, I kind of treat this as a journal too. So what I'll do is I just take notes almost on a daily basis of any major thing that occurred that day. And I actually love going through my calendar and looking and saying, oh, this happened this day, this happened that day. So for me, I never really journaled, and this is just a nice little way for me to look back at my year or what happened or certain dates and see what things have occurred. So so that's really neat, just how it has things laid out. And then in the middle of the book, let's see here. I'll just show you this too. So let's see if you can see that. All right. So when you look right here, it explains to you how the entire planner is set up, the whole methodology behind it, and it lays out how you actually break things down and how you go from each section of this, because this planner is actually built out in sections. And the website, like I said, is going to explain a whole lot of this stuff as well. And I'll probably do some videos on this to help explain it. But like I said, I did a whole lot of research. I looked into a lot of stuff. And this is the one that I was really, really thrilled with. And since I've been using it, so far, I'm definitely all about it. I will say this though, before I bought it, online, you can, if you go to their website, they have a thing called downloads, and you can get a free download of this entire thing. So you can actually print out these pages. And before I bought this planner, I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I'm going to be able to see if I like the size and if I like what it has. So I printed out a whole bunch of these pages beforehand, and then I stapled a binding together, and I was like, okay, let's just see if I can actually use this. Let's just see if I can use this for a week or two. And I did. I applied it, I think it was the first couple weeks in January or so. And I just started as if I would actually use it. And I'm like, you know what, this thing's actually really good. And I ended up buying it. So it's actually really neat that they had that free download thing on there. I really don't remember where you can go to find it. If you just go to their website, and then I think they have an area where it'll say something like free download or something. But it was just really neat because I was able to test this out. I was able to try it before I even bought the thing. So, props to Passion Planner for letting you do that, because I know some companies would be like, no, there's no way you can see what's inside unless you buy it. So that was just really, really neat of them to do that. It helped me buy it. Let's see. So what it's going to do is once you have your passion roadmap of the things you want to focus on in that year or three years or 3 months, once you have those things focused on, you also have your calendar view, your month calendar view. And from there, you can kind of map out, here we go. I'll show you a date. I don't have anything on here because I have personal things in here and I don't necessarily want everybody seeing that. All right, so this is blank. We'll do that. So this is November. So it's just really neat because you have your whole huge calendar view here to write stuff in. And from here, it has personal projects, which is what I like, because now I can separate personal and business. I can separate personal and business and figure out which is important to me, and you can break down your main projects here, and then you can actually map them out of when you want to focus on your projects. And then there's several things over here, like places to go, not to-do lists, things not to focus on, not to get concerned about, people to see. Sometimes I actually cross these off and actually make my own little categories and stuff. Over here, you just have tons of space to write in. Also, this is kind of neat too. So once you do that, then you break it down into your weekly view. So here's your weekly view. So you break it down in your weekly view, and you're able to put today's focus, what you're going to focus on. Down here, you have your personal to-do list, your work to-do list. You have a space of infinite possibilities. A lot of people, what they do is they put mind maps right here. They're trying to map out what it is they're working on for that week. A A lot of times I'll just write in things that I did that day throughout here, or if things I had planned or scheduled on. It says good things that happened. So if anything that happened that week that was really good, which is, I love that because I can go back and see like the main points of what occurred that week. Let's see. So hopefully right now you guys are like, okay, this is pretty good. And one of the reasons why I really like this is because it's so big. There's other planners that I've seen that people have used, and they're like a third of this size. I'm like, that's not even usable. It's so small. I don't know. I just like to have a lot of space to write. I have a lot of thoughts. I want to get them on paper. I want to be able to look back at them and check things out. Halfway through, it has like your, let's see here. I will say this. So after every month, it's going to have a month reflection. So it allows you to look back at the month and, let's see here. Yeah. Has a monthly reflection. And it allows you to like reflect back on the month. I'll open this up. Like I said, you can download all these on their website too. All these pages, you can download them. It allows you to reflect back on your month and just, you know, map all this stuff out, write the things down, and it allows you to go and look back on it. Then it also has halfway through the book in July. Let's see here. Yep. So that page I showed you at the very beginning, it's right here again, right in the middle of the book. It's your mid-year passion roadmap. So you're laying out your year, you're basically catching up with it again. And if there's anything that you didn't get accomplished or you did get accomplished, you put in here and you're able to like get those things going again back in your mind. So that's really cool. Now, one of the things that I like, let's see, I'll show you this. So at the back of the book, they give you a ton of blank pages. Also on their website, if you want to, you can download blank pages, or you can download template pages that aren't in this book. So they give you more resources that you can actually add to the book. Like I think they have like a water tracker. So if you're someone who's tracking your water, they have like a little cutout or a printout that you can put in here. Habit tracker they have a whole bunch of blank pages. So like this, there's just, you know, big blank pages. So a lot of times I'll actually write down scriptures in here, or I'll write down business projects that I'm trying to get like a whole lot of ideas on a piece of paper then that I can put within my planner. Or they have, let's see here, if you're someone who definitely needs, I don't even know what this is called, like the grid paper. Let's see if you can see that. Yep. So this is like a grid paper. So if you're someone who's like more like an artist, or if you just need to have things nice and fine-tuned, they have tons of grid paper. You can even download that as well. So I think that's a pretty good idea, pretty good overview of this planner. Like I said, this is called the Passion Planner. I've used it for 6 months, and this is coming from someone who's never used a planner, barely used one in high school. Maybe that's why I struggle so bad, because I didn't really use a planner. I mean, I really didn't know what my homework was or any of that kind of stuff. So this is coming from someone who doesn't really use a planner, and now I use it all the time and I absolutely love it. So if you're someone who is using online tools and wanting to switch, I would recommend the Passion Planner. Or if you're someone who is, you know, you like to use planners already but you're not sure, I would highly recommend this one. I don't know, to me it met the price and everything as far as functionality and usability, it was all good. And so far I've been using it for 6 months, and I'm going to keep on using this. Like after this year, I'm going to get another one. I just really like it. And I hope they keep giving out the one that is this size, like the big size, because I just think it's really, really good. So anyways, if you like this video, if this has helped you in any way, helps you decide on if this is a good planner for you to get, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the planner, about the Passion Planner, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. And like I said, I haven't tried other planners, and the planners I did mention, they all seemed like good planners. Like the Erin Condren, the Panda Planner, the Daily Push Planner, I forget what it's called, the Push Planner, Push Goals. There's one by Michael Hyatt, Shailene Johnson. They all seemed like very good planners. But for me, like I said, I'm not that colorful. Like I'm not really using these things. I wish I would. I wish I'd use more of these and my whole planner would be very, very colorful. But to me, I feel like if I did, I'd be wasting my time and not getting things done, which is what matters to me. So anyways, if If you have any questions for me about this planner and not other planners, then go ahead and comment that below. And I will see you in the next video.